Only those of us with high functioning anxiety really understand the silent struggle. This is the part that nobody else sees. This is smiling on the outside, but overthinking every single conversation. And showing up for everybody, but also being so alone in your own head. This is also telling everybody that you're fine, you're good. But really, in a way, you're not, because you're not breathing fully, sleeping deeply, or truly resting because your mind is just so busy all the time. And this is keeping it all together on the outside while quietly falling apart on the inside. This is high functioning anxiety. It's invisible, it's exhausting, and most people really have no idea. I'm just here to tell you, you're not dramatic, you're not weak, nothing is wrong with you, and you're not alone.
High functioning anxiety. I dealt with that before. I still got problems sleeping because my mind is constantly racing throughout the day, every day. That's just the way my mind works, I think. All right. But she's right. This is a real thing, and this affects people differently. It can overtake your life. It can have you in a constant state of worry, stress. It depends on the way that you think, though. If you think positive thoughts, then it's a little different. You might just be thinking about your future daily, or the world, or what you need to do next in your work life, or, you know what I mean? Other people, it could be stronger. It could be doubt and things of that nature, things that are depressing you. You could think yourself into depression. You could be the one holding you back, right? Moral of the story with that, if you deal with this, then focus on psychology and strengthening your mind, changing the way you think.
I tell people I'm fine, because what are they going to do if I'm not? If someone asks me, are you doing okay? You seem a little down. What's wrong? What's going on? I just say, oh no, I'm fine. No worries. I'm good. Don't worry about it. I'm totally fine. Because there's nothing they're going to do about it. Like, sure, am I lying a little bit? Yes. But at the end of the day, like, these people, they don't actually want to help. A lot of times it's like your coworkers, and they're just asking to be nice, and then you have to go through a whole story. And I don't like hearing those whole stories from my coworkers either. So like at the end of the day, it's just easier. It saves me time, it saves me energy, it saves me effort. I don't have to go through everything, tell them all the backstory, give them the lore. So I just say I'm fine. No worries. It's a lot easier. It saves everybody time, and then we don't have to go through it. So they should be thanking me, because I'm not telling them why I'm sad. I'm not trauma dumping or anything like that. And honestly, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter, because what are they going to do? I tell them about it. They feel bad. Maybe they can relate to it a little bit. But at the end of the day, they're not going to do anything with me. They're not living with me, right? They're not my best friend. So they're not going to do anything. Maybe sometimes with your friends, your significant other, you'll tell them, you'll give them insights, obviously. But there's going to be times where you just say, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. And you just got to put your head down and figure it out. Lock in. Stop complaining. Stop overreacting. And you'll figure it out. Because honestly, not that many people are actually going to be able to help you. And you just got to do it yourself.
Yeah, they won't be able to help you, nor do they really care. When somebody asks how you doing, that's general conversation. They really don't care how you're doing most of the time. You ever been out, you ask somebody, hey, how you doing? Then they start trauma dumping all on you, all right? Yeah, man, I just hate life, man, my kids and my wife and my job. You're just like, oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that, you know? Hopefully things get better. Or things will work out, man. You're the one doing the trauma dumping, then they gonna hit you with those basic motivational speeches, right? That small talk. You'd probably do the same thing to other people. You don't really care. You was just asking like, hey, how you doing really means hello. And they say it back, hey, how you doing? They might not even answer it. It's just, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? When people do that and they start telling you, you know for a fact, you really be like, I wasn't anticipating that. I really don't care to know all of that. Like, that's not my business. They feel the same way. So I feel what he's saying. Most definitely, it save everybody time. And they won't be able to relate most times. They won't be able to help you, even if they can relate.
What does the next decade look like with the generation of young men coming up trying to work their ass off that aren't seeing anything? The amount of people that are working hard, doing everything they can to put food on the table, put a roof over their head, provide for them and their family, even just them and their wife and their husband, whoever, is now in a world where if they work harder, they're not making enough money. And when they're not making enough money, they're being told it's because they're not working hard enough. They were able to do it. Grandma was able to do it. Uncle was able to do it. Sister-in-law was able to do it. Why can't you do it? Huh? You must not be working hard enough. You must not be doing it right. You need to stop being lazy. Pick yourself up by the bootstraps. What's the mental health of this country going to look like in the next decade if this continues? We already have the highest level of mental health, lowest levels of mental health amongst the Gen Z and young millennials that I believe historically has ever been registered. I don't know how long we've been studying that, but it's not good. Since COVID, it's not good. And now we're in a world where You have to make $128,000 to live comfortably in a home in America, according to the Wall Street Journal, or you have to make over $100,000 just to get to the point, honestly, if you're in a relationship with a home to cover your bills. Not thriving, not saving, not investing, not growing, not gaining assets, not facilitating a lifestyle that you're going to be proud of in the land of opportunity with your hard workedness. No, you'd be getting by. And I'm just going to be very real with you. As a real estate agent who's been doing this for 8 years now, I served in the military. I went overseas. I fought in Afghanistan. I did the thing for this country. I'm sick. I'm sick of what this country is doing right now. Continuing to gaslight this next generation into thinking the opportunity is still there. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, the land of opportunity is not opportune right now.
America is not the land of opportunity. You better go elsewhere. You better leave. You know, a lot of videos that I watch when I'm not doing YouTube are people moving to Africa, Kenya, Ghana, other parts, Vietnam, Thailand, the Philippines, right? These are the videos that are being recommended to me. At the same time, these are the videos I'm interested in, and these are the things that American people are doing to have opportunities, right? The opportunity of taking their US dollar and stretching it further, it being worth 4 or 5 times what it would be worth in America, right? So they can go and live off of $1,500 or $2,000 comfortably. The person that's making 30 to 50K can survive over there. In America, you can barely survive. They holding on just barely, right? Like you said, you need over 6 figures a year to be comfortable or be okay. The land of opportunity is no longer America. Those days are long gone.
If you are looking in the mirror at yourself wondering what you're doing wrong, let me look into your camera and tell you you're not. Let me tell you, there are so many millions of young, hardworking men and women in our country right now that are not reaping the benefits that the past generations reaped. You are not dumb. You are not non-special. You are not doing it wrong. You are working hard, 40, 50, 60 hours, you and your significant other, maybe hundreds of hours of work a week within your household, and you still feel like you can hardly afford to raise your child? That's not fair. And no, I'm not a socialist, Marxist, communist, blah, blah, blah. It's simply not fair. I understand we're in a free market. I understand capitalism means work hard, get money, have all this opportunity to do something with your life because you have this freedom. This freedom. We always have freedom. Oh, free market, capitalism, yay, money.
Them and this freedom word. What freedom? That's a lie. There is no freedom. While we live on the face of this earth in this current state, you don't get freedom. You could get your time back if you make the right investments. You can get your time back, meaning you work less, or you get a passive stream of income that covers all of your life expenses where you do minimal work, right? That's about the best you could do, get your time back. But being free for real, how could you be free? Nothing's free. And if it is, you better question it. You might not want it.
74.6% of the money is in the top 10%'s hands. 32% of it's in the top 1%'s hands. I believe it's over a 0.25% in the top 0.1%. I just don't see what the next decade looks like if this continues. If nothing systemically shifts, if nobody actually makes change, if the political system of blue and red keep us fighting, oh my gosh, that person's right, no, that person's right, no, you're a racist, no, you're a liberalist, no. And then they give you all your sports teams, and they give you your Netflix subscription, and they give you all of these things that keep us entertained, and all these, I just find myself now I'm a huge sports fan, by the way. Every commercial, I'm seeing alcohol, sexual immorality, and gambling. Alcohol, sexual immorality, and gambling. And then I get to a game, and then in the game, they're like, hey, you should gamble more of your money. Hey, you should bet on this. Hey, you should do that. All just to get us to argue about which team is better, because my team is better than your team. And that gives us some water cooler talk to get us past our 9 to 5 and our 40-hour work week to continue to be the ants of the colony that keep everything rolling. It just seems like more and more the opportunity to escape the working class slavery that we are put into by the billionaires and trillionaires of our world is becoming inescapable. What will be the effects of what we're going through right now? I don't claim to know what that result is going to be, but I'm just going to go out and flat say it. I don't believe things like home prices have a chance of crashing. In fact, if you were to tell me, Do you think home prices will crash, or do you think home prices will double? I think home prices double much more easy than home prices crashing. And you say, why do you talk about home prices? Well, because that is the gateway drug to wealth in America. If you don't own assets, you will never get your ass in a class that you want to be a part of. You will never escape being broke. Guess what the net worth difference between homeowners and non-homeowners is in America? $396,000 average median net worth of somebody who owns a home, $10,000 average median net worth of someone who doesn't own a home. Asset ownership is the key to unlocking equity, which is unlocking wealth for you and the rest of your family. If you don't have it, you won't grow. And if you can't get into your first one, you'll never start the snowball. And if you got to make 128 grand to get into your first one with you and your friend, or you and your wife, you and your 2 kids, whoever the situation is, then I don't think that we're in a land of opportunity when the average median wage of an individual worker is about $47,000, $75,000 for a household. I'm worried.
Solid points. Shout out to this dude. What y'all think? Drop it in the comment section below. I spoke enough. I don't want to speak no more. Let's get into y'all's thoughts, ideas, and opinions.